What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, as we continue to explore music news on a global level. I've seen that you guys have been absolutely loving these clips. The views we're getting on them is something I didn't expect to see, so we're going to carry on doing them as much as we can. Always looking to find new music news, which I'm very excited about doing. Obviously, towards the weekend, we're going to see more and more and more. And obviously, yesterday was a very, very big day in the world of music worldwide. It was, of course, the NME Awards, and we're going to be talking about how they went down, especially in regards to this man here. And we are, of course, going to be talking today about Burna Boy, who claimed the winning award for the best solo act in the world. Now, this is a fantastic thing to win. I want to kind of give a little bit of my backstory with Burna Boy in regards to how I feel about him as an artist. For me, he is undoubtedly one of the global innovators of Afrobeat in regards to making it a global sound. This is a guy who has kind of trodden so many musical paths over his career. He's released some classic albums already. He's still realistically got so much to give, which I'm so excited about. But this is a guy who is one of the most prolific top-tier hook writers in the world, especially when it comes to kind of UK artists. For me, this is obviously where a lot of my musical upbringing comes from. When Burna Boy started emerging in the UK, it was incredible watching just how popular he became so quickly, but also how good the sound actually was. It wasn't just like pop factor. It was, no, this is genuinely interesting and sonically pleasing to listen to. For me, Anybody was one of the tunes of the year in 2019, if not the tune of the year in 2019, and I absolutely loved it so much. Really enjoyed listening to that tune, and I still do to this day. I play it in sets all the time. For me, it's an absolute classic. So to see that he has now been recognized for the best solo act in the world is absolutely crazy. It's a huge thing to receive from NME, and obviously awards are kind of meaningless unless you are the people that are giving them, if you know what I mean. These are essentially just awards of recognition, and you basically have a group of people who have agreed that you are the person that wins this. It's still down to kind of global opinion who is actually the biggest artist in the world, but this is a huge moment for Burna Boy. Obviously someone who is globally celebrated, someone who has moved around different genres and sounds. We've seen him appear on Justin Bieber's album. We've seen him appear obviously on a couple of big collaborations with Dave and Stormzy here in the UK. Obviously he was just at the Live O2 show with WizKid performing Ginger. They've just had a new tune out together called Ballon d'Or, which is doing absolute bits as well, and this is just a huge thing to see. And I want to send congratulations to Burna Boy, because he's been working away for years now tirelessly, and the interesting thing about this as well is not to kind of slight Burna Boy in any way, shape or form, because he is someone who is so globally recognized in this world, in this kind of realm. More than anything else is I just found it a little bit strange to not see WizKid on this listing. Now I'm assuming it's kind of one of those award ceremonies which is kind of backed up a little bit, and we're going to see Wiz pop up on there next year, most likely. That's what I think is going to happen. However, I'm very happy to see Burna Boy clutch this award without a shadow of a doubt. An interesting thing I also saw on the actual listing for the winners, I've gone through the winners this morning whilst putting this video together and getting all my information for it. Thames was also nominated for Best New World Solo Act, which is really exciting to see. The way she's kind of announced herself on the global stage is a really cool thing, and definitely going to be an artist that I feel the global community, music-wise, and of course Afrobeat fans in general, are going to be watching very keenly. Again, she appeared at that O2 show with Wiz and absolutely shut it down. Crazy stuff. But yeah, just running through a couple of other things we actually saw on the award ceremony. We saw that Little Sims won the Best UK Solo Performer Award. We also saw that Burwine was the Best New UK Solo Performer, which I really like. Big fan of what Burwine does. But I didn't actually realise how in-depth the NME Music Awards goes. There's awards for Best Ongoing Games. There's Best awards for like films, film soundtracks. There's so much stuff in the NME Awards, so it's kind of cool to see that Burna's sitting on top of this list as obviously the best solo act in the world. It's such a cool thing to receive, and it's great to get that recognition, obviously, from NME, which is not anymore, but obviously historically it's been based a lot more in kind of indie and rock and things like that. But obviously over the last few years it's very much adapted to become essentially just a all-around music magazine, hence why you've got Little Sims winning the best solo act in the UK. But it's really interesting. Do go and check out the full list of the winners. It is available over on the NME website. This is where I've got a lot of this information from. But yeah, I think one thing I did want to discuss on this video before we do round off is, of course, what this means for Afrobeat's global recognition. Again, it's the NME. It's not the biggest magazine in the world. It's one of the most respected musical outlets in the world, without a shadow of a doubt, and has been for a long period of time. But what does this mean for global kind of recognition? For me, the kind of four names that have kind of pushed a global sound for Afrobeat are kind of Burna, Wiz, Mr. Easy, and Davido. They're the four for me that actually stand out at the top. You have now got obviously the likes of CK. We did a video recently about him being now one of the most streamed artists in the world, which is crazy. But it's good to see, obviously, the progress he's making and the sort of global kind of appreciation he's now receiving. But also Fireboy DML is also entering into that realm as well. Obviously, we've just done the reaction to the new link up with Madonna. Obviously, he's just had the remix with Ed Sheeran. He's just jumped on the Azumba and Badaway remix as well. His stock is going absolutely crazy, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be recognized in a similar bracket to these two in a couple of years. The same way that CK is very much knocking on the door to do that. And it's a very interesting thing kind of comparing, but it's a really cool thing to see Burna Boy actually getting this top level kind of achievement. I mean, when you look at the albums that Burna Boy's put out there, obviously African Giant was absolutely huge, and what it meant globally was insane as well. And obviously looking around the discography as well, the collaborations he's been involved with over the years, like Location for me is still one of the biggest UK anthems ever produced. Anybody is one of my favourite tunes ever made. Ginger is an absolute slap to this day. Like, there are so many, I could list them off and list them off and list them off continuously, but it's just so cool to actually see Burna Boy get this recognition. Now, I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you, as we always are on these news videos. Let me know about who you think could have potentially overtaken him for the best solo act in the world. I personally am very happy to see him win it, and I think more than anything else, this might be a little bit backdated in regards to kind of recognition, because last year Burna was arguably a bigger deal than Wiz, realistically. Not last year, the year before. Burna was arguably a bigger deal than Wiz in regards to sort of global recognition and things like that. And then obviously we saw Made in Lagos land. We saw the year of what Made in Lagos gave, and I think we might be seeing next year Wiz sitting in this position. And it's good to see. It's not necessarily a thing of I think one person win and one person shouldn't. It's more a case of actually getting that global recognition. I would love to see Wiz or even CK win this award next year. I'd love to see it, to be honest with you. But overall, that's pretty much it for this video. As I said before, please get involved, guys, and leave your comments down below. I'm keen to hear from each and every one of you about how you think about this one. How much weight do the NME Awards hold on a kind of global scale? Obviously, I'm talking about this from a very UK-centric perspective, where I've kind of grown up with the NME being quite like a recognised and respected outlet. But what does it mean globally? I know we have quite a global fan base here on this channel, and I'm very keen to hear what you guys think about this one. But there we go. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this latest news video. If you did, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff, and just getting involved in the channel in general. I'm sure we'll have a few more reaction videos going up today, as it is music video release day. However, that's it from me, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. In a bright town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.